Hi and welcome. I'm Robin Forster with Feel So Alive, and this is our Q&A. We do it once a month, and it's usually about 20-25 minutes long, depending on how many questions, but that's what I'm shooting for. And we do this on the third Friday of every month at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Now, I'm fairly new to doing this, so it's been a pretty entertaining learning experience for me. So you are going to get to join me on that journey of learning how to do a Facebook Live. I don't know if you can tell or not, but I'm using Ecamm is the software that I'm using. So that makes it even more fun because don't we all need some more bells and whistles? And it's like, yes, we do. So what I wanted to talk about today, and if you have any questions, please post them so that I can see them, and I'd be more than happy to try to address them. But today we're talking about green cleaners because I have found some that I love and I've been using for a very long time. And so when I talk to other folks and they're telling me how they don't work, how they're smelly, how basically they just don't work, and so that's really frustrating to spend money on something that doesn't work. And so today I wanted to share a little story with you about using two of our green cleaners, and cross your fingers that this video works and that everything goes off without a hitch, because this has been pretty entertaining so far. Okay, here we go. Hi, Robin Forster here, and today I have a tip on cleaning and green cleaning. I talk to a lot of folks and they tell me that they try to use green cleaners, they really want to use green cleaners, but they don't work. And I found some green cleaners that I've fallen in love with that actually do work, and so I wanted to share an example of that with you today. So the other day I was standing in the kitchen and I reached up into the cupboard because I wanted to grab the oil. And I looked at the turntable. I call it a Lazy Susan. I'm sure there's other names for it. So I looked at the Lazy Susan and I thought, I wonder when was the last time I cleaned that? I couldn't remember. It's been a while. So I started taking the dressings and the oils and all the other greasy things that we have on the Lazy Susan, and I took it down and I looked at it, and let me show you the picture. It's just a tad bit gross because obviously I had not cleaned it in a while. Okay, so I hope you can see that. So you can see that it's pretty dirty, and the liquid on it, I had just put it in the sink and I just kind of rinsed it off to see, okay, how dirty is this? Or is it as dirty as I think it is? And yes, it was. Actually dirtier than I thought it was. And I just went, ew! So it was time to clean it. And so what I realized that it was going to need was a little bit of help and a little bit more than just one of my normal go-to cleaners. Normally, when I'm cleaning, I start with our all-purpose cleaner because it's, okay, you're not going to believe this, so let me just tell you. It's a quarter of a teaspoon of the Shackley Multi-Purpose Basic H2 product. A quarter teaspoon, 16 ounces of your own water. So think low carbon footprint, you already have water, go to the tap, turn it on, and just a quarter teaspoon. And okay, I gotta tell you the price too. Okay, 10 cents for 16 ounces of cleaner. And it actually works. But anyway, so what I did was I first tried that and I went, oh, this is going to need a little bit of scrubbing power to it. And you can see I started using the pink stuff, Scour Off, and I'll show you that in just a second. And that's how I got half of this clean. So I had to stop and take a picture because, I mean, look at that before and after. That's on the gross side, but way cool. Okay, so let me show you the next one, the next picture that I took. This is using Scour Off, which is known as the pink stuff. And, if you have a glass top stove, okay, I don't, but if you have a glass top stove, from what I've heard from everybody that I know and I've talked to about this, they absolutely love it. Number one, it's cheaper to buy than the stuff that they sell you to go with it. It actually works a whole lot better. And this is from people who have been using razor blades on their glass top stoves. You don't have to use gloves, just use your bare hands. You don't have to turn the exhaust fan on. There's no awful fumes using Scour Off. And it's also known as the pink stuff, and I'll show you that for a minute. So not only is it cleaning my Lazy Susan and getting all the oil and the gunk off, it's also fabulous for glass top stoves. So let me show you the finished results. Look at how gorgeous that is. Isn't that amazing? So I was pretty excited, and of course I had to go ahead and clean all the bottles that went back on it, because look at, I mean, that's clean, and it's also a little old. So you're wondering what this pink stuff is that I'm talking about. Let me show you let's see if this works. I just took this with my phone, so I'm not always sure about Apple talking to everybody else. So this is the inside of the pink stuff, and the reason that this one looks a little bit funny is because I use it for samples. And so I use a tablespoon, metal tablespoon, to dig out, to do a little sample in a little container so that people can try it out. And what I've named this is my sparkle bucket. And so I have all of our cleaners all made up and ready to go, and I let people borrow it from me. I like to think of it kind of like a library book, except this is only for 7 days. And then you return the sparkle bucket to me at the end of 7 days, and then you buy what you love and don't buy what you don't love. But at least you've got to try it in the comfort of your own home and compare it to whatever it is you're using now. So in case you're wondering about what the front of the Scour-Off jar looks like, it's not very big, but I hope you can see that. So it's just very fun stuff. All the Shaklee products last an incredibly long time. It's amazing. And this pink stuff, this is whatever, okay, so to give you an example, for those folks who are using Ajax or Comet or baking soda, those kinds of products, this is great for that. You saw what it did with my Lazy Susan. It's also wonderful on, okay, you're going to laugh. But it's great with chrome on your cars or your motorcycles. So that's another place to use it. And I use it on our shower stall. We live in an older home. The shower stall is older, and this just takes care of everything on it. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this, and you can get in touch with me, feelsoalive.biz, or Robin at feelsoalive.biz, and I'm more than happy to answer questions. Thank you very much for your time. Okay, let's see if I can flip back. There we go. Okay, and if you noticed me down in the corner looking off to the side, that's because I have another monitor, and I realized that if you were posting questions, I couldn't see them. So I thought, uh-oh, I better open Facebook up so that I can see your questions and see what's going on. One of the things that I wanted to have ready for you today, and I don't, so this will be next month. Have you ever gotten into a research project where you start kind of drilling down deep and you realize, oh, this is not a 20-minute project. This is going to take a few hours more? Well, that's what I ran into, because what I'm trying to do is put together the top 10 tips for picking a vitamin company. And no, it's not just picking a vitamin, because the research that I'm finding, and some of this is way scary. It's just spooky. What I'm finding is that what's on the label is not necessarily what's in the bottle. And I know you think, oh, well, they have to put what's in the bottle on the label, right? I mean, isn't somebody regulating them? Don't they have to do this? The answer is not exactly. The FDA, from what I've been learning, who would be overseeing this, they're really short-staffed, so they can't do all of the monitoring that we would like them and expect and assume that they're doing. They just can't physically do that, which is a little scary. So I want to have this all together for you for next month, and also put it on my blog, and I'll let you know more about that later, because, well, I don't know if you all know about consumerlab.com. It's a subscription, a newsletter that I pay to do, because it's a subscription. But what they do is they go into the stores and they buy these vitamins, and then they test them to see if what's in the vitamin bottle itself is what's on the label. And so they have reports on how a lot of times it's not, or it might be more. And that's not a good thing. As a consumer, I want to know that what I'm buying is what I'm actually buying. So I'm working on that report, and I'll have that together by next month. I'm pretty sure this is showing up on my Facebook business page, which is Feel So Alive Marketing Group. And I think it'll be posted there, and we'll find out. And you know, I did not have a whole lot more material for today, so I'll just let you go. Please feel free to post questions, because it's a lot of fun for me to be able to research the questions ahead of time and then answer them, and or just answer them live during this Facebook Live. But we want to leave you with a thought of your health. We just finished the 7-day cleanse, and we're on day 15 now of the 30-day Prove It Challenge. I managed to, every time I walk by a chocolate chip cookie, I gain that weight. It just amazes me. So really interested in getting a kickstart, so I decided to do the cleanse. This is one of those ones that's very healthy, based on research and science, so I know that I can trust it. So we're pretty excited about that, and I'm more than happy to tell you about that, because I needed a kickstart weight loss. I'm down about 8 pounds at this point, and I have a few more to go. But that's okay. It's January. It's a good time to be doing this. And thank you very much for your time. I appreciate you hanging in there with me, and I think I had less glitches this time than I have ever had before. So see you next month. Thank you very much.